What is up, guys? Welcome back to another Dislyte video. Today we're going to be looking specifically at everything that I didn't look at yesterday. And holy cow, there's a lot. So when it comes to Sentinel Hunt, how I predicted it was right. So basically when it comes to Sentinel Hunt, you will have the 3 bosses throughout the week, and then you'll get like 2 of these attack tickets every single day. And you will have to, figure out who you're gonna attack basically. And so I attacked Dark Starlord yesterday and I got a record of B. And so this second team will unlock at B, and this third team, let me put this out of the way, this third team will unlock at S. So you need to like get a good score basically before you increase the difficulty of getting these next turns, right? Or these next teams. And aside from that, like following the next week, once you kill, like you see these guys have energy, right? When you battle the boss and you do damage to them, you will reduce their energy, which is basically like their overall health, right? Even though like in the game, in the fight itself, they have infinite health. They don't have that much health, like they don't have that much health in terms of like the actual game. So this is a pretty new account. Obviously this is a PTR account, so I have a lot of resources, but I was still able to get like B removed like I think 30% of the health or something, like 30 out of 400, right? Which is pretty nice. So holy cow, all these bosses, the Dark Starlord, by the way, is completely exactly the same. Nothing changed about the Dark Starlord. So expect that level of difficulty or more from phobeter and from Countess Sonica. That's insane. And the nice thing is, I tested this out yesterday, right? But the rewards that you get you'll get them based on the rating that you get, right? So if you get A+ or above, you get pretty consistently level 60 equipment, and some of them do become flawless, which is really nice. And the Nexus crystals and the club points are really nice. You get like 60, I think, at A+ maybe. I don't know about S+ or, you know, EX++ or whatever. You maybe get 100, but at B+ you got like 50, which is like really nice already. That's like, you know, that's like 12 times 50. That's like 600 Nexus crystals throughout the week just from attacking. So yeah, you kind of do get your money back. Like, this is pretty nice. The club points are also pretty generous, I have to say. So without further ado, let's look at the boss. So what I will say is that each of the bosses are very unique. They're very different. Like, for example, phobeter can be put to sleep and can be AP reduced. Countess Sonica will require you not to bring in healers, but dispellers instead, and have like a high defensive. Anyway, I'll just show it to you, right? So this is pretty nice. First off the bat, they already give you like what are the units that you want to bring, basically. So yeah. But anyway, phobeter has infinite HP. The longer the battle lasts, the more points you'll get. Phobeter can be affected by sleep. When afflicted with sleep, it will take more damage. Therefore, espers who can inflict sleep will greatly improve the battle results. So this is pretty interesting off the bat, because you're required to bring someone who has sleep, which is a otherwise very unusual debuff to bring. So they'll say that, oh yeah, Stuart, Celine, Abigail. And honestly, me and my clubmates yesterday were talking about like Parmi or something like that. But anyway, also, when phobeter is not afflicted with disease, it takes less damage while dealing more damage. So you kind of want to have it with disease, or else it's gonna have like a permanent like defense up and attack up buff. So disease, this automatically brings in someone like Embla or Joser, Zora and Lindsay. Yeah, they have it here. They have it right here, which is really nice. And so espers who can inflict disease will make this battle easier. Meanwhile, you can extend the duration of sleep to gain more time to attack and obtain more points. To make that happen, use espers who can manipulate AP. Last but not least, espers who, when phobeter's minions are not present, remember to use espers who excel at single target damage for higher score. Espers who would damage up or high survivability are also preferred. So this is pretty interesting, because already there's like a dynamic of, oh, okay, I have to bring someone with sleep, I have to bring someone with disease. So it already tells you that, oh, I have to bring in such a different set of espers rather than just your usual, you know, like speed cleave, run them down type of team, right? This is not gonna work. So I say it's not gonna work and I immediately press the fight button. But yeah. And the nice thing is, guys, that there are blitz, so you can now blitz through your teams. Now, I will recommend that at the beginning you don't blitz. That way you can like check out the boss and look at their skills. And in fact, I'm gonna do that right now. Even though I don't really have the perfect team for this, let's just go in. So I want single target damage, so let's bring in like Hengye, and like Embla, and hopefully everyone has something equipped because I can't check. Hold on. But yeah, so there's just gonna be like a new world basically of what espers you should be able to bring, which is really, really nice. Now, what I will say is that I hate the fact that there is no like relic set at the moment. So like you have to build like all your different relics for the different bosses, which is gonna be really, really annoying. You're gonna have to have 45 presets basically for like, you know, each boss, which is really, really annoying. So okay, I will assume, alright, so at the forefront the ads aren't here, but I will assume that maybe like at the later stages, like at a higher difficulty, because this is like level 1, right? And we have to beat the boss, and then next week we'll get to level 2. So I'm maybe thinking that like at higher levels, like the ads will show up because there's something about not having ads. But anyway, so inflicts miss rate up, that's really annoying. Countess Sonica, by the way, is really, really insane. But anyway, each hit dispels 1 buff and inflicts defense down. And since he doesn't have like a change in form, right? So attacks all enemies 3 times, attacks a random enemy 1 time, inflicts stun. If affected by disease, phobeter gains Sweet Nightmare. Damage taken is reduced. Oh my god. If not affected by disease, I see. He will gain a damage taken reduced and damage dealt. Ignores defense. Okay, so it's not just attack is up, it's ignores defense, which is kind of scary, right? Phobeter is immune to incapacitation effects other than sleep. When taking a hit with sleep, sleep won't be removed and any debuffs cannot be extended. If affected by sleep, phobeter takes more damage. So this is really interesting because like I read these patch notes before and I thought to myself, oh, you can just infinite the boss. Because like, he can just be put to sleep. When taking a hit, sleep won't be removed. So like, you can just like put him to sleep, AP reduce him, and then like this fight lasts forever. That's what I thought at the beginning. I should have probably brought someone. But yeah, you can AP reduce the boss. My Stallion AP reduced him. Yeah, you can infinite this boss. You can solo this boss. He can just never take a turn. Okay, so he attacks with his S3, and he doesn't get the Sweet Nightmare buff because I have disease from Embla. Yeah, this is I think phobeter is gonna be the easiest boss because like, if you just bring someone with disease, you're pretty much set, right? Like it's not gonna be like super crazy. Overload, what the hell is this? Oh, so this does get harder. This does get harder because he has this overload buff, which is on this celestial dim. So due to severe ultrasonic influences, healing and shield effects received are reduced while damage taken is increased. So basically, it's just like the longer the fight goes, the more this. But the thing is, right? If you just have sleep, right? You can perma sleep him. Isn't that right? You can just like, if you have 2 people who have sleep, you can just perma sleep him. Is that just me or is that like kind of broken? Because perma sleep him, never takes a turn, and then you can AP reduce him, then you just do tons of damage. I don't know. That's my preliminary look at it so far. Seems pretty simple. Okay, so this is the results section, and you kind of get to these are random, by the way. These aren't like based on like the boss, I think. So you get like a random one, and let's say you pick that, and then you get like 5 of varying quality. Now, as you can see, there are 5-star, level 50 relics mixed in here. But that's at an A score, right? If you had an S score or an EX++ score, this would be pretty nice. And yeah, look at this, 40 Nexus Crystals, 120. So imagine like, this is like my first try on the boss, right? Just get 40 times 12. That's so much. What is that? That's like 480. It's like 480 extra Nexus Crystals a week. Because you weren't getting Nexus Crystals in the Dark Starlord boss before, right? So yeah. And so my challenge attempt went down. So each person can only challenge a single boss 6 times. So yes, I get 12 of these tickets every week, 2 a day, and then on Sunday or like that one day it's the counting phase or whatever. So it's like you only attack like 6 out of the 7 days of a week. And so you get to challenge the boss, but you can only challenge them 6 times. So at minimum, you have to attack 2 different bosses. So I think it's kind of just best if you build for all 3 bosses, because what if your teammates kill Dark Starlord, for example? Then suddenly you're left to have to attack phobeter and Countess Sonica. So yeah, this will kind of need some like, club management or whatever. But yeah. So looking at this, let's check out Countess Sonica. Countess Sonica is pretty freaking difficult. I'm gonna lie. So, Countess Sonica has infinite HP. The longer the battle lasts, the more points you'll get. She has 2 phases, so like the Dark Starler, she has 2 phases. The first being Shimmer mode, and the second being Frenzy mode. So I kind of can understand this, I'll interpret it. So, while in Shimmer mode, she selects a high defensive Esper, and only this Esper can deal significant damage to her. So basically in the first phase of the game, there's only one Esper that can deal damage to her, which is this high defensive Esper. So it's gonna be like Joser, Donor, Zhangzi, Renzi, you know, those type of Espers, which, yeah. And then also, while Countess Sonica is in this mode, each of her actions will stack a buff, making this battle more difficult. If the total action times of Countess Sonica and the selected Esper reach a certain amount, Countess Sonica will enter Frenzy mode. So basically, this is hard to explain without going into it, but basically, there's like this one skill that she will select this high defensive Esper, right? So this high defensive Esper, will just call them like the goat, basically. So the goat, every time the goat takes a turn, or every time Countess Sonica takes a turn, there's this like cooldown that's from 10, it'll go down. And the moment that cooldown reaches 0, she instantly takes a turn, no matter like whose turn it is, right? No matter what her AP. And then she instantly goes into her Frenzy mode, which is like the second mode, right? So in Team 1, what you want to do is you want to manipulate her AP, that way Countess Sonica herself never takes a turn, and then it's only like the goat, right? The defensive Esper that takes a turn and lowers the cooldown. Lowers the cooldown of that skill that's in Shimmer mode. So you want to bring manipulate AP manipulation, and you want to bring a defensive fighter, and you want to do as much damage as you can before like the goat like takes 10 turns basically, and then like Countess Sonica automatically goes into her Frenzy mode, right? So you want, I'll just show it to you later, but yeah, you want Countess Sonica not to take her turn basically. So using Esper like AP will minimize blah 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 blah. On the other hand, with the hardcore voice, this is like the same as the debuff we saw a while ago. Healing efficacy will be it's different. Healing efficacy will be dramatically reduced, and you can only dispel the debuff to be able to restore HP. So in this mode, you won't bring healers because healing efficacy will be dramatically reduced, and you can only, and by dramatically reduced, it's basically 0, okay? Like don't get me wrong, this is basically 0, and you can only dispel the debuff to be able to restore. So there's a debuff called the hardcore voice, and dispelling it, like every round, you will take damage. You will just literally just take damage. You'll take like 25% of your health, and you need to dispel the debuff. Dispel, it'll still be there, but the act of dispelling the debuff will be the cause to heal you. So you don't need healers in this game mode, you need dispellers, which is why you will need something like Jinliao and Catherine. The healing isn't actually gonna heal you, okay? It's like the dispelling will heal you. So the attempt to dispel, the hardcore voice will actually still stay there. So while in Frenzy mode, Countess Sonica takes a lot less damage for the first 3 hits of every turn. Meanwhile, Espers with attacks that have fewer than 4 hits will deal a lot less damage. So in her Frenzy mode, you want to get multi-hits basically. And there are no ads, so multi-hits like Gaius, Louis, and Chloe, who have like those multi-hits that hit like everyone randomly, those are gonna be really good. And yeah, let's get into it. So I want to bring a dispeller, right? I want to bring someone who can like dispel, and then frick, I don't have anyone who's built. I want to bring AP manipulation as well. Okay, let's bring you. Gaius is useless here because in the early turn it's not gonna matter, because you want a high defensive Esper, right? Because the goat is the only one that's gonna attack. So in terms of dispel, I guess I'll bring Chloe. I mean Clara, and that should be a pretty decent team, I think. All right, let's get into it. All right, this is Countess Sonica. Right now she's in her Shimmer mode. So this is the mode where you just want to, okay, so let's not do that. Okay. So right now, my goat, sorry, I forget, what's the actual name? The Spotlight, okay. So the Spotlight is on Hengye, right? So every time Hengye takes a turn, this cooldown will go down. This will happen whenever Hengye takes a turn or when Countess Sonica takes a turn. And basically, when this cooldown reaches 0, she automatically gains 1 turn and enters her Frenzy mode, which is like this entire skill basically. So you want to AP reduce this boss such that she never gets a turn, because you don't want the Spotlight to take a turn and then like Countess Sonica herself to take a turn, or else like this broken track skill will lower cooldown a lot. So basically she only has like these 2 cooldowns for attacking, and this is already really annoying because each hit transfers 1 debuff, so she can transfer debuffs off of herself, so it's going to be very inconsistent. And then each hit has a 2-time chance of inflicting bleed, and each stack grants Searing Sight, which is like each stack reduces the damage, right? So yeah, this is kind of like unavoidable. Anyway, so let's AP reduce the boss. I don't know how to use her. Then plus stuff. Whatever, I'll use this. Okay, so as you can see, these people are low. They have taken damage simply from taking their turn, right? So I will heal with Clara. Look at that. Her healing herself was 285. That's really, really low. But they gained 6,885 from dispelling this debuff, the hardcore voice. And then dispelling the hardcore voice will heal you. So that's like where it happens, basically. So yeah, you kind of want to AP reduce the boss permanently so she doesn't get a turn. So I will heal everyone. So yeah, look, Henry's healing itself, the golden moon, it healed for 0, but everyone got healed for that. So yeah. So basically, oh shoot. Okay, I need to attack with Henry because like everyone's damage is so low. Look at that, like 213 or whatever. I have to attack with Henry because like she's my only, like look, this will deal like that dealt 3,000 and my Xiaoyan dealt basically nothing. So yeah, it's important to have a freaking defensive Esper build for this because yeah, you will just not be able to do any damage. Holy cow. Anyway, I'll try to get to the frenzy mode pretty quickly. Okay, so she entered the frenzy mode, right? So this is now her frenzy mode. So she automatically got a turn. Alright, so first off the bat, holy cow, like there's so much light effects. I really hope they change it. I already submitted a suggestion that they change this. So now that, oh god, my eyes. Now that she's in frenzy mode, she has this, which will enter another mode, which, frick, I don't even know what's happening here. There's so much text. I said that I would break this down, so I'll attempt to break this down, but I didn't even understand. So right now, she's immune to AP down effects. So for your Team 2 and Team 3, you will not be bringing AP down anymore. That's only useful for Team 1. Increase the damage taken based on the number of hits dealt each turn. When taking a hit in charge mode, if the numbers of hits taken during this turn is greater than the number of the absolute range stacks on the attacker, increases the number of absolute range stacks to equal the number of hits Countess Sonica takes. What? So when taking a hit in charge mode, if you hit her for more than the absolute range, let's say right now she doesn't have any absolute range, but it will go up to 4, then it will increase all the way to 4. When attacked by Countess Sonica, the carrier blocks all damage and effects from the attack at the cost of 1 stack. Oh, I see. This makes more sense now. Okay, so when Countess Sonica attacks you, while she's in, the carrier blocks all damage and effects from the attack at the cost of 1 of this stack. I see. Wait, how do you get absolute range again? Oh, if the number of hits taken during this turn are greater than the number of the absolute range stacks on the attacker, increases the number of absolute range stacks to equal the number of hits Countess Sonica takes. So for example, my these 3 at the back here have the absolute range because they did the multi-hit. So my Clara and my Hangya do not. And with the absolute range, they will block all damage and effects from the attack. Oh, I see. But you can only get this absolute range, which is like a perfect defense, basically. Just think of it as invincibility. You can only get invincibility when she's in this charge mode. I see. So in this charge mode, you're kind of like attacking such that like you're setting up your team to last longer. So you really don't need healers in this team comp, I think, because like who needs healers when you're invincible, right? When charge mode ends, attacks all enemies 4 times. Oh god, okay. Each hit has a chance of extending durability cooldowns. Each hit also inflicts bafflement, which each hit reduces the carrier's damage. Max 4 stacks. 1 bafflement stack. Okay, whatever. Let's just push. Let's just check this out more. I've been ranting. I've been talking too much. Let's just get it out of here. So she has hit charge mode. So the moment that she takes her turn, right, it's gonna be like pandemonia with the attack, basically. So she's gonna attack everyone 4 times. And only the people in the front, or in this case also my Lucas, who only had a triple hit, will take that amount of damage. And then my Nusi and my Xiaoyan were completely left fine, right? They were completely fine. And then the people who took the damage got this bafflement. And this bafflement means that each hit reduces the carrier's damage. Max 4 stats. What does this mean? So if I attack, I have no idea what the bafflement means. And now Countess Sonica can attack normally. Can attack normally with these skills. I see. She enters charge mode like a bunch of times. So charge mode is like when you want to attack her a lot, basically. Charge mode is when you want to save your multi-hit skills, basically. I see. Okay, no, so you still do need healers. Because after the charge mode, that's when you need to break it down. I see, that's pretty interesting. Oh god, there's so much text that people will need to read, and now my team is dead. Okay, dude. So the buff blocker is really pretty annoying. Let's just kill, you know. By the way, there's like, I don't know if you just saw that, right? But that's like so clean, like the new dispel animation. It's so clean, it looks so nice. By the way, also the relics look very nice now. Like the relic UI, because before stuff was being blocked, right? Like the level and like certain things. Now it's a lot better. So I'll show that to you later. But holy cow, this is very insane, right? Let's just pick a war set. Yeah, and because like I only got this to D, that's as much score as I got, right? So yeah, that's pretty interesting. Okay. Lots of stuff, lots of good stuff. Okay, also, by the way, so when it comes to the let me just check these. Yeah, so when it comes to the UI, look at this. It's a lot better now. Like for example, here you can immediately tell, like, okay, maybe not here, but down here you can immediately tell, oh, okay, my Gaius is wearing this, it's this level, it's this thing, it's plus 15, it's a level 60, it's locked, okay? So you can see at a glance already all the information, and it looks very clean, it looks very nice, a lot better than what it does previously. Anyway, I think that is pretty much it. Let me, did I miss anything else that I wanted to check out? Let me see. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, the blitz for Sentinel Hunt's really nice. You can now blitz as well for Point War, which is really nice. This makes the tanky tanky meta in Point War a lot more bearable. I've honestly just started running speed cleave at like Point War 12. I'm smurfing because I'm too lazy to like go for the Point War 16 10-year fight. But yeah. This is pretty nice. It's pretty sweet. Also, yeah, I did confirm there is no rewind event. Like the rewind event that's here is not part of like the thing. So unfortunately, we will not get the rewind event this and ever basically at this point. So yeah, that's pretty sad. Hunter Depot celebration event. Basically, use a lot of stamina in these things. Get these points. Draw for stuff. Profit. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then as for Pop Quiz, I have no idea. Where's Pan from, guys? Norse? It's group. Oh well. Anyway, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Comment down below what you think, and I'm really excited for the Sentinel Hunt changes. I'm gonna have a field day with this because there's so many things to experiment and try out. But anyway, I hope that you guys enjoy this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Get out of here. What do I usually say? I don't know. Bye.